Welcome to the Penta booth at EFECS. In this short video, I want to introduce you to the Penta program and then give more details on the joint EURIPIDES-PENTA 2021 call. Penta is a Eureka cluster. Our aim is to help stimulate projects in the ECS, Electronic Components and Systems community, to support the rapid development of the digital economy, something that underpins everything that we do these days in both our business and private lives. We make sure that Penta is fully open to all elements of that community, be you large enterprise, SME, a research and technology organisation, or academic institutions such as a university. We do our very best to make sure that Penta as a funding instrument is as flexible and easy to use as possible, fully aligned to both industrial and country national interests. And our overall mission is to accelerate economic development and, wherever appropriate and possible, solve societal challenges through international collaborative innovation. The 2021 joint call is launched this week at EFECS, with the project outline due for submission on the 26th of February next year, followed by the full project proposal on the 28th of May. It's a call open to all those who are helping to enable the digital economy. And our purpose as EURIPIDES and PENTA is to stimulate the creation of project ideas related consortia by forming value chain ecosystems that will create innovation that result in high level of impact and growth for all concerned. Of course, Penta and EURIPIDES, as part of the Eureka family, exist in an overall funding landscape. And it is your choice, of course, which tool you choose to help you reach your project goals. The opportunities range from fully national funding through to the more strategic funding provided by the European Commission under the Future Horizon Europe. Eureka in general, and Penta and EURIPIDES in particular, occupy a unique, differentiated but complementary position in this funding landscape, offering programs that meet national priorities, stimulate transnational innovation through national funding. EURIPIDES and Penta are two so-called Eureka clusters who've decided to work together because in that way we believe that we can best meet the needs of both our project submitters and the public authorities who support the projects. We are extremely complementary, both serving the ECS value chain, with Penta focusing on micro and nano electronic enabled systems and applications, and EURIPIDES on packaging and integration of micro devices and smart electronic systems. We believe by working together, we can create the highest levels of both societal and economic impact. We are guided by what is called the Strategic Research and Innovation Agenda. This has been running for several years and has received a major update for 2021. It is a program sponsored by the industrial associations ANEAS, Artemisia and EPOS, and is the work of over 250 experts who in this latest edition have identified three key areas: foundational technology, cross-sectional technology, and supporting, of course, key application areas. This document is used to drive not only the Penta and EURIPIDES program, but also European Commission activities. Looking at a little bit more detail on the three areas, the foundational technology, you can see at the bedrock, the building blocks of how technologies can be developed and built, while the cross-sectional technologies bring them together, if you like, provide the glue into capabilities that can then be used to build applications and develop applications. In terms of applications, you see all those that you might expect: mobility, energy, digital industry, health, and digital society. And in the 2021 edition of the SRIA, as we call it, agri-food and natural resources have been added as a key area for focus. What is a EURIPIDES and Pentatypical project? Well, it can have between 4 and 30 participants comprised of the various elements of our community. You must have a minimum of 2 Eureka countries, but more, of course, are welcome. And in the larger projects, we can have 4 or even more countries involved. All projects are within the ECS value chain, but that's a very wide, gives you a very wide potential. And project sizes range typically between 2 and 30 million euros, that we have seen bigger projects, and project duration of some 3 years. In 2021, there will be an additional focus on sustainability, something of course that's critical to us all, and we expect every EURIPIDES and PENTA project submission to describe how it is contributing towards the sustainability challenges that face us all. There are a myriad of project areas that we currently support and can support, and so we believe that it will be quite easy if you're involved in the digital economy to come up with a project that fits into our area of operation. We work with a lot of countries in the Eureka network. This lists some of them who we have a more active relationship with. Of course, any Eureka country can participate in a EURIPIDES and PENTA project, and it's important, though, that you go and talk to the national funding authority where you're based as early as possible to make sure that first you're eligible, and secondly, if you are eligible for funding in this environment, what criteria you must meet to have the best possible chance of ultimately receiving funding. You can involve third-party countries in your proposal as long as you have a minimum of 2 Eureka countries involved. EURIPIDES and PENTA have now been working together for 3 years, and we're very pleased to have 41 active projects running between us, stimulating over 300 million worth of project costs, with 19 funding countries involved. We're very pleased with high levels of both research and SME participation. The numbers you see here are based on actual euros received, grants received by those partners. Of course, if you add up the numbers of partners involved, the percentages are much higher. Now, we really want your application to be successful. And for that, you need to realise that each project will be rigorously reviewed, both by a technical expert panel who will be looking at the overall project, looking for how it develops the state of the art, looking to see how the consortium support the development of the innovations that are expected, and to make sure that it is a viable project. The public authorities will also look at the project in the same way, but also they'll be looking for return on investment in their particular country where you are based. So you must bear in mind these 2 different viewpoints that must be addressed if you're going to submit a successful application. To begin with, of course, there must be a very clear problem statement. We must know what you're trying to solve and, of course, how you're going to do it. Very important to us is how the state of the art will develop. Therefore, you must show clearly that you understand the state of the art today and how you plan to take it forward to the point when your project ends. All partners must complement each other within your project along the value chain. And of course, all partners ultimately will expect to get some benefit from this, be it commercial or other. And so we will need to understand how those partners will, after the project has ended, gain benefit from the work that has been done. Mostly this will be commercial, new products, new applications, new partnerships. But of course, for example, universities may be able to generate a new course that will develop the next generation of technologists and engineers, equally vital for a successful digital economy. I've already mentioned the importance of meeting national criteria. Contact your national funding body and understand what they want to see, and make sure that your proposal shows impact in those countries involved, economic, societally, or both. I've already mentioned the critical importance of sustainability and how it must be addressed in a project submission. And finally, we are looking for ambitious projects with risk, but with realism. And so we will be assessing your project to make sure that it really will, with hard work, have a chance of being really successful at the end of its 3-year or however long cycle. We try and help you develop your project idea, meet partners, and build your consortia. We do this in a variety of ways. There is the ECS collaboration tool, an online tool that I'll talk about more in a minute. The EFECS conference, which you're now at. Please take full advantage of it. It is online. You can still meet people. You can still look at posters. You can still visit booths. Still take advantage in the plenary sessions. Take full advantage of your time here. And of course, use it to talk to us as well. Many countries have or will hold webinars where we can give more information on the joint call, and they can provide more detailed information on how national funding can be accessed successfully. Whether there's a webinar or not, every public authority has a contact for you to go to receive guidance and support. In January, there will be a brokerage event. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And of course, throughout all of this, we have offices to support you in any way that we can and with any questions that you may have. The ECS collaboration tool is an online tool. You need to register to be part of it, and it is to your benefit to fill in as broad a profile of you and your organization as you can, so that people can find you and work with you and use your expertise as required. Within the tool, you can create your own project idea and invite partners to that project idea. You can also look at other people's project ideas and take advantage of and invite yourself, if you like, to participate in that consortium. You can search for partners, and you can leave messages about your expertise, about your capabilities, so that people can browse through that and potentially contact you to participate in a project or consortium. The ECS brokerage event will be held in January, 12th and 13th of next year, and there will be a range of opportunities for networking and interaction. We will be offering the chance to submit posters. We will be providing information on funding in 2021. There will be briefing sessions, for example, on how to submit a good project, and there will be an opportunity to pitch projects and round out your consortium, add those additional partners that you need to be successful. There are many sources of information that you can access online. The program websites, the EURIPIDES PENTA project zone in which you will submit your project as it comes together. EFECS, of course, you're at, the collaboration tool, and the ECS strategic research and innovation agenda available online through our websites. So I hope you found this of interest, of use, as a brief introduction to what we're trying to do in Penta and what we offer through the 2021 call. As I've said before, we're available to answer your questions, to help in any way we can, and most of all, we really look forward to seeing your project submitted in February of this year. Thank you again, and we look forward to talking to you in the near future.